Look at me. No, don't look away. You don't get to hide in comfort right now. You're here because something inside you knows you're wasting time, wasting potential, wasting days that will never come back. The world isn't against you. It doesn't care enough to be. That's the first truth you need to swallow. No sympathy, no applause. No one is coming to drag you out of mediocrity. If that hurts, good. Pain means you're still awake. You want results, but you still negotiate with your weakness. You still ask yourself, how much effort is enough? That question alone tells me everything. Enough is a word invented by people who quit early and then build philosophies around their failure. You don't need balance. You don't need motivation. You need obedience to your own standards. And right now, your standards are soft. Lock in. Not tomorrow. Not when conditions improve. Conditions never improve. You adapt or you get erased. Every second you hesitate, someone else is taking ground you'll never reclaim. The world rewards those who move first and think later, because action sharpens instinct. Sitting there overthinking isn't intelligence, it's fear wearing a disguise. Discipline isn't heroic. It's ugly. It's repetitive. It's lonely. And that's why most people don't have it. They want the image of power without the isolation it demands. They want respect without becoming someone worthy of it. Let me be clear. Nobody respects potential. Potential is just unused power, and unused power is worthless. You keep waiting to feel ready. That feeling is a lie. Readiness comes after action, not before it. You don't rise to the level of your dreams. You fall to the level of your habits. And your habits right now? They expose you. Late nights with no progress, empty scrolling, empty talk, empty plans. You say you're tired, but tired from what? Comfort exhausts you more than effort ever will. This world doesn't reward effort. It rewards results. You don't get points for trying, you get replaced. Every system you're part of, work, society, hierarchy, functions on utility. If you're not useful, you're invisible. And if you're invisible long enough, you start believing your life doesn't matter. That's not depression. That's reality giving you feedback. Isolation is not punishment. It's preparation. When you grind alone, you remove distractions, excuses, and witnesses. You stop performing and start building. No one needs to see you struggle. No one needs to understand you. The strongest moves are made in silence, because noise attracts parasites. Stay quiet. Let results speak in a language nobody can argue with. You think being alone makes you weak? No. Depending on validation makes you weak. The moment you stop asking for permission to be obsessed, you step into a different tier. Obsession isn't madness, it's clarity. It's knowing exactly what matters and burning everything else without remorse. This is where most of you fail. You want intensity without sacrifice. You want dominance without discipline. You want the crown without carrying the weight it crushes weak spines with. Power is heavy. If you're not strong enough, it will break you. That's why only a few are allowed to touch it. You say you want to grind, but you still protect your comfort like it's sacred. Comfort is the enemy wearing a familiar face. It whispers, "You deserve rest," when you've done nothing. It tells you, "Tomorrow is fine," knowing tomorrow is a myth. Kill that voice. Starve it. It only exists if you feed it. Harsh reality check. Nobody cares how hard your life was. Trauma doesn't make you special. Struggle doesn't make you chosen. What you do after suffering, that's the only thing that counts. Pain is common. Discipline is rare. That's the difference between the forgotten and the feared. You're not unlucky. you're undisciplined. You're not behind, you're unfocused. You don't lack time, you lack priorities. The moment you accept that, you regain control. Responsibility is power. The second you stop blaming the world stops controlling you. Lock in means you don't explain yourself anymore. You don't announce your plans. You don't seek approval. You move with intent, train with violence, and think with precision. Every day becomes a test, and you either pass or you adjust. No emotions, no drama, just execution. There will be days you hate the process. Good. That's the cost of becoming someone you've never been. You think the elite enjoy every moment? No. They endure what others avoid. They do the boring work, the painful work, the thankless work. And over time, that work compounds into authority. You want confidence? Earn it. Confidence without proof is arrogance, and not the useful kind. Real confidence comes from knowing you've survived hell you never talk about. It comes from looking in the mirror and knowing you didn't quit when it mattered. That kind of confidence doesn't need to speak. It radiates. Stop romanticizing struggle and start weaponizing it. Every failure is data. Every loss is information. Adapt faster, move smarter, become colder, not cruel, controlled. Emotional people are predictable. Predictable people are easy to manipulate. Stay sharp, stay unreadable. You don't need friends who understand you. You need standards that scare you. You need goals that make sleep feel optional. You need pressure. Diamonds don't form in comfort. And if you crack under pressure, you were never meant to shine. You were meant to shatter and be replaced. This path will cost you relationships. Let them go. Anyone who requires you to shrink so they can feel comfortable was never on your side. Lone wolves don't ask for permission. They don't explain why they're different. They just move, and the world adjusts around them. Grind alone, train in silence, build in the dark. When you finally step into the light, don't say a word. Let the shift in your presence answer every question they never asked. Let your results make them uncomfortable. Let your discipline expose their excuses. This isn't about proving anything to anyone. It's about becoming dangerous to your old self. That weaker version of you should be scared. That's how you know you're evolving. If your past self recognizes you and feels comfortable, you're not moving fast enough. Lock in. No mercy for your excuses. No patience for your laziness. No sympathy for your fear. You either adapt to this world's cruelty and rise above it, or you get consumed by it and forgotten. Those are the only options. Choose, and then commit like your life depends on it. Because it does. Stay silent, stay relentless, and don't look back. You're still here. That already separates you from most. Not because you're special, but because quitting would have been easier. And easy paths attract weak minds. Now understand this clearly. There is no return point anymore. The moment you lock in, half commitment becomes betrayal. You don't get to flirt with discipline, you marry it. And marriage means sacrifice, daily, without applause. You don't need encouragement now. You need reinforcement. Because after the initial fire fades, all that's left is routine, and routine exposes who you really are. Anyone can be intense for a week. Anyone can feel unstoppable after a speech. But who are you when nothing is exciting? When progress is invisible? When effort feels pointless? That's where power is decided. This phase isn't cinematic. It's mechanical. You wake up, execute, repeat. No emotions, no hype, no self-talk. You move because movement is required. Motivation is irrelevant. Feelings don't dictate action. Standards do. If you're still waiting to feel like it, you're not locked in. You're just pretending. Let me tell you something brutal. Talent means nothing once the grind begins. Talent is a head start, not a guarantee. Discipline beats talent so often it's embarrassing. Raw ability collapses under pressure when it's never been forged in repetition. That's why naturally gifted people disappear while relentless ones dominate. The grind exposes frauds. You will reach a point where progress slows to a crawl, where results don't match effort, where it feels unfair. Good. That's the barrier most never cross. That's where the world filters out tourists from conquerors. If you stay consistent there, when nothing rewards you, you step into a different class entirely. You're going to lose parts of yourself. Your softness, your need to be liked, your tolerance for nonsense. Let them die. Weak traits don't evolve, they get shed. Growth isn't addition, it's subtraction. You become sharper by cutting away everything that doesn't serve your mission. Stop explaining your grind to people who don't grind. They'll never understand, and worse, they'll try to slow you down. Misery loves company, and average people hate reminders of what discipline looks like. Move quietly. Let them underestimate you. Being underestimated is leverage. You don't need external pressure anymore. You become the pressure. You wake up demanding more from yourself than anyone else ever could. No one can punish you harder than you punish yourself for slipping. That internal standard, that's real authority. When you can't escape accountability, even alone, you're dangerous. Sleep when it's earned. Rest when it's strategic. Comfort when it's deserved. Everything else is indulgence. You don't reward weakness. You correct it. You don't negotiate with bad habits. You eliminate them. Ruthlessly. Without ceremony. Understand this. The world is hierarchical, whether you like it or not. Someone always leads. Someone always follows. Neutral doesn't exist. If you're not climbing, you're declining. Standing still is a lie people tell themselves to feel safe while falling behind. You're not doing this to impress anyone. You're doing this to build leverage over your own life. Power isn't dominance over others, it's control over yourself. The ability to decide, execute, and endure without permission. Most people never experience that. They live reactive lives, responding instead of commanding. Isolation will deepen now. Fewer conversations, fewer distractions, fewer emotional attachments. That's not loss, that's focus. Loneliness is temporary. Regret lasts forever. Choose your pain wisely. There will be moments when the old you resurfaces. Nostalgia, doubt, the urge to slow down. Kill it immediately. The past version of you had its chance, and it failed. You don't owe it comfort. You owe the future version of you results. You're not becoming heartless. You're becoming precise. You're not losing humanity. You're shedding weakness. Compassion without strength is useless. Strength without control is chaos. You're forging both, whether it hurts or not. At some point, people will notice. Not because you announce it, but because your presence shifts. Your silence gets heavier. Your actions louder. They'll call it arrogance. Let them. That word is often used by people threatened by standards they can't meet. Never forget, the grind doesn't end. There is no final level where you relax forever. Power must be maintained or it decays. The moment you believe you've made it, you've already started falling. Stay hungry. Stay paranoid. Stay disciplined. You don't celebrate prematurely. You don't slow down after wins. Victories are checkpoints, not destinations. Acknowledge them briefly, then raise the standard again. Comfort after success is how empires collapse. This path will harden you. That's the point. Soft people break under reality. Hardened ones bend it. The world doesn't adapt to your feelings. You adapt to its brutality, or get crushed beneath it. Lock in deeper now. Fewer words, sharper focus, cleaner execution. Let days blur together in effort. Let weeks stack into momentum. Let months transform you into someone unrecognizable. And when you finally stand above where you started, don't look down with pride. Look forward with hunger. Because this isn't about reaching a peak. It's about becoming someone who keeps climbing when everyone else stops. No mercy for excuses, no tolerance for weakness, no retreat, only forward.